Alright, what is going on, my Souls Gamers? I'm Commander-in-Chief, Warzone57. Welcome back to more COD 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. We're at the last stage. We're at, I do believe, Mission 20. Game over. And I also already did Epilogue, since I already finished Game Over first. And I was trying to do all this in one video, but here's the thing. I totally forgot how cancerous Epilogue was. You're not gonna believe this. This shit took me 4 hours, 28 minutes to finally finish it. That's how bad it is. And you wanna know what's worse? Because just like the old CODs used to do, if you are not pushing up as hard as you possibly can, they are going to continue to multiply. And you have to try to finish this mission in under 1 minute. I was about to scream so damn loud a couple of times I almost woke my parents up. I did this around 11 p.m. 11 p.m. last night. And I didn't finish it until 4:38. So pretty much it was 4 hours and 38 minutes, now that I remember. And my arm is killing me. But I am going to go back and do this mission just for you soldiers. And I'm going to kind of pin out some of the things I didn't like about this video as well, about this mission as well. Game over. And more about the epilogue. But we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's start with this travesty of a final mission. Let's get started.
Primary exfil point has been compromised. Proceed to secondary extraction south of bridge. Enemy presence substantial.
It's just too hot, man. But room temperature? Please, a beer should be ice cold.
A lager, maybe, or a glass of water like you drink, and a pint of stout.
I'm gonna have to school y'all both when we get back stateside.
Yeah, well, either way, we're stopping in London first. And I'm buying.
Well, at least the world didn't end. Hit it.
And like I said, this moment, at this last stage, that interaction is so fucking awesome, and I wish it didn't end the way it did.
Hang on! Enemy truck, 6 o'clock!
Watch this bullshit. See, look, they can still get you while you're crouched. And yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you guys notice, but the guy with the mask, I shot in the face. And it looked like he died, but then he came back. Watch. Look at that. These dipshits are still alive. That's bullshit, right? I don't even see the point. I don't see the point of even shooting them while they're trying to get up here. Because that's the thing. They don't die. You saw how he went down on his knees, but he didn't die. You see? You see? He's fucking alive. He's still fucking alive.
Not good enough, I fight. We'll be dead in 10. Truck moving up on the left.
Oh my god, like, these last two missions are worse than any other mission that I had to do. Forget me complaining about some of the other parts of the missions. These last two are horrible. See, he's fucking alive. Anyone like to call bullshit on that? Look at how much I am shooting these guys. And they keep spawning over here with the RPG. See? Like, tell me, where the fuck did they come from? Look at that! It's like Pop Goes the Weasel. I know I'm a little bit loud, I do apologize. Like I said, it feels like Pop Goes the Weasel. Here's the thing, they gave you an RPG, but I don't see the point of doing this because there's no way of taking down the Hind. There's no way taking this Hind down. You can't. It's not possible. And it's not like it's gonna try and shoot you dead. So I don't understand what the point of this was. A false sense of thinking that something was gonna happen when reality is just on rails.
The Hind's bugging off!
Must have run out of ammo! Good enough for me! Yeah, no kid! Oh shit, he's about to take out that bridge! Stop the bloody truck!
Now at this moment, we should be plummeting down in the ocean, right? Apparently not. Let's see what's behind us. I don't see how we're that beaten up. Now, I never really made a whole entire fuss about this when I was younger. That's because I was young. I didn't think about it. So like, hey, you know, that's pretty freaking cool.
It's about to collapse! Get your ass out of there!
How? How does that happen? Like, our encounter and falling off like that made absolutely no sense.
352! Request helicopter gunship support! Over!
Oh, and I'm taking it out on my friends by mistake.
Useless, wait!
Yes, give me a sit rep on that helicopter!
Captain Price! We're on our own side!
Oh shit. Well, I'm fucked. Yeah, usually it doesn't take me this long, or I usually don't die at this point, but that guy was my intrusion.
Baseplate, this is Bravo 5. We are under heavy attack on the highway bridge. On map grid, 244-352. Request helicopter gunship support. Over.
Working on it, Bravo 5. Forces in the area may be influenced, but we cannot confirm at this time. Base played out.
Oh, useless, wait up!
Guys, give me a sit rep on those helicopters!
Captain Price! We're on our own side!
And I tell you, it was so bad, the last mission I had to turn on the HUD, or the hit detection, just to see if I got the kill.
It's bloody good to hear from you, mate! The tanker's about to blow! Move!
And then this cutscene. It's just, you just got fire around your HUD. It's like, I really wish they put a little bit more effort in that, just to try to make us understand how it blew up. I mean, there's a lot of things I wish that this game made changes to, but that's just how it is. You can't get everything that you want, but as long as, you know, you're commenting about it, posting stuff on their forums, try and make it seem, you know, give them ideas on what could make a game better. And there goes my boy. Still pissed off about that. And I still don't understand how had a big enough radius to knock us down like that. That rig. Here's the thing, I don't think that they did this, but when I was playing this on the 360, when Price gave me the gun and I turned to try and kill him, he was already looking back at me from shoulder view. He was looking behind me, he was looking in front of me, but his body was faced looking that direction. But his head was already turned to look behind me. If that makes sense. I know I don't really phrase my sentences in chronological order to make them make any kind of sense at all. Just for good measure.
The sheet! You are going to be alright, my friend. Мы нашли здесь одного оставшегося в живых! Заберите его отсюда! Быстро, давай!
This even though this is fictional, this just makes me have sheer love in my heart for Russians. Because just like a couple of other people of different cultures that live in America, or just live in the other types of the world, they understand that even though we're going to war, they're oppressed in their own country.
Quick to denounce the action, Russian officials maintain that the missile tests fell well within established UN protocols.
My ass.
No comment was received from the ultra-nationalist party, where rumors of a possible leadership struggle have just begun to surface. In other news, the search for a ship lost in the Bering Strait due to a major storm has been called off.
I find that kind of be cool how they kind of brought the beginning mission into the last mission as just like a cut dry little news report. But man, now don't get me wrong, I loved Modern Warfare. I loved that series to death because it wasn't old school and it wasn't futuristic. It was putting certain events or occurrences that might happen into this day's society. And you know, they kind of put a little small twist on it. I like that. I love the characters and they were so funny and they were so unique that I actually loved partnering up with them. The only thing that I wish that was better back in the day was the AI. Not from the enemy's perspective and that kind of asset or that kind of perspective, but with my teammates, because usually they act like multiplayer gamers that if you die from that one person of the opposing team, then they'll kill them. It's just like that. That's what I got a whole bunch of in Epilogue. I killed somebody and somebody killed me, and then once they killed me, that's when they wanted to kill that person and continue to push up, which really fucking, pissed me off. Now, don't get me wrong, I love veteran mode. And in some cases, in some missions, it succeeds with flying colors. That it wasn't so hard, but it wasn't so easy. Gave me a challenge and made me press myself. However, when it comes to the whole entire mechanics of the enemies, I did not like the fact that I literally have to keep pushing up in order for these enemies to stop, especially when you have no available cover. It's just fucking stupid. Now, graphics, of course, remastered, always going to be looking better than vanilla. And pretty much the textures and everything, it was top notch from what they could have done. But I might get shit for this. I think the best engine for a COD at this moment has to be with the people over at Advanced Warfare. no company of Call of Duty have I seen have that much detail and facial representation, and I wouldn't say atmosphere, but just the certain areas that you go to, and with kind of like the motion blur aspects, and even without motion blur, it looked freaking fantastic. Especially with World War II, because I tried to look at Black Ops 3, and like it's no. I'd rather have had in-game graphics with Black Ops 3 than cinematic. And I really thought that was. It's not that Black Ops 3 was bad, because it wasn't. The only way for you to know the story is if you read a certain comic book or just a certain book revolving around that whole entire series, to actually understand that you're not playing as this character. Your character died at the beginning of the game, and everything that was going on during your player in the first mission, that has already passed. So you're reliving memories from, I forget his name, but he's the guy that played a guy from Law and Order. God, I can't remember his name. It was just like you would have to like freeze frame the beginning of the game, like when it was telling you the mission status and everything. You had to pause it and just read that stuff. It took me a time to go back and just read it, just to try and understand what was going on. So the players that you had seen aren't dead, and pretty much it was just, I guess, a distortion on your own reality or some shit. I have no idea. Now, going back to the hit detection, man, I like bots that have good aim, but not the freaking aim assist lock on aim that these guys had, because they would run around a corner, and I wouldn't say pre-fire, but they would honestly run, and without even picking their gun up, they will just start firing, and they'll hit you. Yeah, not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting them to have same accuracy as my team, and just having realistic bullet damage of realism. Like 1 or 2 or 3 shots and you're dead. And I'm not talking about Black Ops 3's version, where you peek out of cover one time and it's an immediate headshot. But not even the last mission did I have to stay up for like 4 hours just to complete it. But if I had to give this game a rating, it would be a very low rating. I'd say 4 or 5 out of 10. Because on the PC port, it's just so badly and poorly optimized. Especially when you're trying to go to full screen, everything starts getting choppy in single player. Everything's already choppy in multiplayer with widescreen borderless.
We're going deep and we're going hard.
Oh, I'm not playing this
Shirley,
mission
don't be
again.
serious.
Fuck that.
I'm serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now, there's no way of actually doing this. It's all about pure luck and chance, spray and pray, and hope to God you make those bullet shots count. But I'm gonna just stop the video here, edit if need be. I'm gonna go back into Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. After I'm done with one mission of that, I'll go down to Titanfall 2. And down the roads of this week, I'm going to be going to do more Soldiers Unite with Drill Dozer playing Titanfall 2. It's going to be some rage, so y'all have a little bit more war cry to go on for. And I'll still be working on my Rainbow Six Siege rage video as well, because I got a lot of that. So, thank you all for watching. If you like what you see, be my personal firing squad. Execute that like button. If you want a shout out, please let me know. Or if you know someone else who needs a shout out, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next Warzone Talks. And if this is the best video that you've seen thus far, please, 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 let people know what I do for this channel and share it to as many people as you possibly can. Oh, I didn't even say my usual thing. If you'd like to see, be my personal firing squad and execute that like button. If you want to become a part of my army today, because I want y'all to be entertained and have your voice heard, then subscribe to a Listen to Army Today, and that's going to be about it. And as always, this is Warzone 157. Remind you to keep your eyes on the prize, finger on the trigger at all times. It's going to be the end of my transmission, and I will see you in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. After, you look at this god-awful display of Epilogue. So again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you soldiers in the next battle. So have a good day, night, wherever you're from. As always, Warzone out.